Hello, hello. All right, I hear myself. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches and Players Show of the 2025 fall season, right here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We are live streaming on Facebook as well, so if you want to come see everyone, tune in there. You can look at a little bit of a behind the scenes, so to say, take of the action. But yes, my name is Luke Young. Thank you for joining me. We are live at Smoothie King here on Southwest 3rd Street, 5921 Southwest 3rd Street to be exact. They're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. And we got our food catered today by Zaxby's Chicken Fingers and Buffalo Wings. So big thank you to Zaxby's as well. They've done this before. We always appreciate them. So, ladies, first off, thank you for joining me. I'm very glad y'all can make it. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a long time now. I've heard a lot about you all, so I'm excited to get into the conversation. And I hope you guys are excited as well. But getting into this, we'll start with introductions just to let the people get to know you. So again, all those mics in front of you, if they're not already switched on, go ahead and switch those on, and we are good to go.
My name's Maya. I'm a setter, and I'm going to be a senior.
My name's Skylar. I'm an outside hitter, and I'm going to be a senior.
My name's Chloe. I'm a setter, and I'm going to be a senior.
My name's Reagan. I'm a hitter, and I'm going to be a senior.
And I am Carrie Cagle. I'm the head coach, and this is my 21st year.
All right. Thank you again. I've heard it's been a great year already, off to a hot start, if I can get my words out right. 10-0 to start the season. So first off, what are the feelings coming into week number 2 right here? Just off the top of your head, first thoughts about it.
I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for our game tomorrow, and it's just a good feeling knowing that we already have a good record going into the season.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with our first home game tomorrow.
Yes, I was going to say we always love our home opener and the student section and everything, so I'm really excited for it all.
All right.
I think if they were really being honest, they're feeling a little tired at the moment from playing 9 games this weekend. But Verdigris is always a good, fun tournament, and I think this is our 3rd year to win that tournament. So we've got a little bit of a history going on up there. So.
It sounds like for sure, and I do not blame y'all for being tired. 9 games is a lot over, 2 days?
Yeah.
So
We'll have plenty of energy for tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sure. It's Tuttle after all, so you got to have good energy. All right, but now to speak more on this little introduction segment we like to do, I like to get to know the players, athletes, both inside the sport and outside of it. So I assume a few of you are multi-sport athletes, if I had to guess. So outside of volleyball, what is your favorite activity at the school, favorite other sport, something not so much tied to volleyball?
I don't play any other sports, but I do just kind of hang out with my friends, resting, well, obviously school right now, but yeah.
Resting is my favorite activity too.
Yeah, I don't really play any other sport besides volleyball, but I like to be with my friends on the time that we're not practicing and everything, and just enjoying time with the people around me, especially senior year. So.
Yeah, I don't play any other sports, but I'm in our FCA leadership for school, so I spend a lot of time working on that.
I do track, and it's fun. But I like going to the mall a lot and shopping and watching TV.
Softball had pretty much the same answer, I got to be honest with you. They were taking advantage of that tax-free weekend a little bit back. No, I get it. I ran track when I was in high school. I was a hurdler. What do you run? What are your events?
The 400, 200, and 4x1.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Big relay runner. Thank you for joining us. Nice to meet you. My name's Luke. We've got a late addition to the party. Please, that mic is hot, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Emma Saylor, and I'm the outside hitter. I'm in 11th grade.
There we go. All right. Thank you for joining us. That food is all free for you guys, so enjoy. Get a smoothie, of course. We are at Smoothie King. I recommend anything strawberry up there. That's my personal pick. So, okay, so Coach Cagle, I've spoken to you a little bit over the phone, over email, and all that stuff. Your family's name is on the soccer scoreboard over at Southwestern Christian University. That's actually how I kind of knew you and recognized that. How long have you been doing this at Bethany or just coaching volleyball?
So this is my 21st year to coach. I basically started the program up, and this is my 22nd year of teaching. So So Bethany did not have volleyball. Coach Schellenberger, who was Dr. Schellenberger's wife, that was the superintendent at the time of the school. She was my college coach. So her and I did a lot of persuading and talking to get Dr. Schellenberger to help us start a program. And so I'm very, very thankful for him.
Well, congratulations. Over 20 years, that's a big deal. Has it been fulfilling this time here?
Absolutely. It's really cool to see the program develop basically from nothing and then just progress to being state champions. So I'm super proud of it.
I'm glad to hear that. And, of course, we'll talk more about that state championship later on in this show. But continuing this sort of introductory segment, now, are there any pro sports, college sports you guys are really invested in? Pro volleyball, pro softball, anything like that? We've got the college football season coming up, so we're all really excited for that.
I can't think of any right now.
I love watching college volleyball. I think it's great to watch and everything, like Nebraska, Louisville, and all that. And that season's coming up. I've already watched, they had their alumni match the other night, and that was fun to watch. So
I bet, yeah. Actually, volleyball being so fast-paced has been like one of the most fun spectator sports across the entire college sphere, which is crazy. Now, I have not played volleyball, just throw that out there, so I don't know much about the playing side. But have you guys played the sand volleyball any at all? Is it really that much more difficult than court volleyball? Really?
you're hot, and it's harder to move.
Yeah, you can't jump at all.
No jump. I mean, I knew the sand would get in the way of the push-offs and stuff, but so it's not just like.
It's definitely a little softer to dive into, but it does restrict your play. So.
I believe that. Yeah, I don't blame y'all for saying you don't like the diving part. I feel for the defensive specialists and liberos, I'll say. But all right, well, that's a good segment. We are, I think, coming up on our first break. We got a little bit more time here. So I've asked about the college activities, the other sports you guys play. But outside of this, going into the school part again, you mentioned FCA, which is awesome. Glad you're doing that, by the way. Are there any other groups at the school you like to take part of? Are any of you big into music, something like that?
Well, I would say in addition to coaching, I'm also the student council sponsor. So I'm helping, or my class is helping plan a lot of the events that run through the high school in the district. So there's always something going on every week, even outside of volleyball.
Now you stay busy.
Yeah, busy.
That's the connecting thread for most of the coaches I've heard right now is that they stay busy, whether it's their sport or not their sport.
Yeah.
So, talk to football and softball and all of them. They've got something going on every day. Every day. All right, well, again, I want to thank you all for joining. Just one last time. I got to say just one last time. I got to make sure you really understand I'm thankful for having y'all out here. But for the people watching on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk online stream or on the Facebook, tune in, come see everybody. If you're in the area, stop by Smoothie King down Southwest 3rd and hang out a little bit. But I'll tell you a little bit more about those sponsors. Smoothie King, 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. Fresh Clips is next door. They're also a big sponsor of the Gospel Station, so stop by Fresh Clips as well. And thank you to Zaxby's up on Northwest Expressway for catering the food tonight. They've got, usually it's wings, fries, and toast in there. Same thing again? And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Have y'all had their new, lemon pepper meals? I haven't either. I'll get them to cater one of these shows, and we'll see what it's all about. But we've got about 45 more minutes left on this show, so we'll send it to a quick commercial break here, let the guys back in the studio take it. You guys can go get your smoothies. Because I know you were looking at the menu earlier, and we'll come back in a short amount of time. So you are listening to or watching on the Facebook the Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches Show, live from Smoothie King on Southwest 3rd. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all go get your smoothies. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back gearing up for segment number 2. We still got a little bit of time, so I'm going to tell you something about our sponsors. Starting off with Smoothie King at 5921 Southwest 3rd Street. They're the great venue for today. Rule the day with Smoothie King. Healthy ingredients make healthy and delicious tasting smoothies. If you are in the area and stop by, you can say hi to the volleyball team. Everybody's out here until about 7 o'clock. So stop by. They don't close till 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, so you can stop by anytime. Get any other variety of smoothies, the Be Well, the Feel Energized smoothies, stuff to help you manage your weight. It's all great right here. Big thank you again to Zaxby's Chicken Wings and Buffalo Wings. They have hosted and actually catered these events before. And late night Zax keeps the drive-thru open until 10 p.m. through the week. So stop by Zaxby's and get yourself some food there. The wings are very, very good. Now, I think we're having a little bit of mic issues on one of those. We're going to try and get it figured out, but I think we're about ready to get back into it. On this segment, we are going to be talking volleyball, the beginning of the season, and eventually getting into looking ahead. But, okay, so I think we're ready to go. 10 games into the season already, posting a 10-0 record, and yeah, you just got done with a big tournament. Okay, I asked you right then, what the feeling was, just right off the top of the head. Everybody's feeling excited, maybe a little tired, understandable, but the year has just begun, and you've got some big, I'll say, class opponents. I don't think divisions are released yet, Coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're not. So, big class 4A opponents. Tuttle is coming up next. I wanted to ask you guys if there were any feelings specifically heading into this game, because Tuttle in that tournament was the only one to even take a set off you guys. I mean, you dominated, but they were at least able to get one. Are we expecting them to play this next game a little closer?
I'd say no. I just don't. I mean, they took a set off of us, but like, I think we came out not ready to play, and I think after that we kind of realized like, even though they are a good team, we just needed to be more ready than we were. So after that, we were a lot more ready, and so I think tomorrow we're all prepared for that, and so I think that we're just gonna make sure that we don't lose another set to them.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think us being in a tournament setting changes a lot. I think us being at home, having people there, and like just being mentally ready for that game, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think on top of that, like also being our first home game is gonna bring like a lot more like energy and adrenaline. So I definitely think it'll be a good fun game. But
I agree. That's the classic interview answer. I agree with what they said. Hey, we'll be out there broadcasting your game tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. The first one we're getting to do of your guys' season. So we've got the game tomorrow, and then I think it's a tournament the next weekend, but I may be wrong about that. But we're coming out this year to broadcast y'all's games, so I'm looking forward to it. Y'all are very confident, clearly, in your abilities as a team, and I guess that comes with the territory of being defending state champs. But have you noticed any sort of extra pressure that's put on the team just going out there and playing in this young season?
I think just the pressure of knowing that like most of these teams don't really have anything to lose, but necessarily we do. But I think we're all just more like focused on working harder, like building up to state, rather than just like putting so much pressure on right now and then end up losing that towards state.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like also our team, like, yes, we won state and we're very proud of that, but we're also focused on the now and this year. Like, obviously, we're very proud of what we did, but we need to focus on what's happening right now and how we're going to build our team this year.
I heard that's two. All right, keep me track.
Well, I'll add, we've talked about this some in our preseason, but I mean, obviously a state championship is in our like ultimate goal, but we also know that we can't get to that point without setting little goals along the way. And so we can't take advantage of every time we step out on the court that, oh, we've already won this game. We know that everyone's kind of out to beat us, because what cooler thing is it than to beat a state champion? So these girls have a lot of fun playing together. They're also a lot of fun to coach. And so, but I think they also know that they just can't take any game lightly, and they have to go out and be ready to play whatever competition is in front of us.
Right. Absolutely. That's a good perspective you guys have for sure. And, yeah, perfect for the year coming back off a state championship where when people win these championships across all levels of sports, it seems like they always take that regression, that dip. It's the hangover, but it doesn't seem like you guys are getting to that point. It seems like you understand where you are, where you need to be, and what you need to do to get there. On this side, if you would check that mic, but I think that one can be passed between the three of you because I'm not sure that mic is working, I'm being told. But I will mention, I'm also being told on the comments right now on our Facebook that it's Emma's birthday today. So, happy birthday. We'll have to get you an extra large smoothie instead of a normal one. No, happy birthday. I hope it's been a good one for you.
Thank you. It has.
That's good.
I mean, she obviously loves us if she's spending the night of her birthday here with us on a live broadcast.
Gotta be. I would have had Zaxby's made a special cake if I had known or something. Yeah, and thank you for coming out. All right. Now, we mentioned a little bit about the perspective, talked about what it takes. You mentioned the target on your back. What has the workload through the summer gearing up for the season then been like for you guys? How difficult, what's the training look like, something specific you've all been working on? As a team or individually?
I feel like overall just like working hard and like bettering ourselves. Like obviously every season we have a run that we do before, and it just like gets us in shape early on in the season so we're not struggling when we are playing these long 5-set matches and stuff. So I think just focusing on our fitness a lot and just our team overall.
Yeah, I agree. Like we do a lot of conditioning to prepare for like long games. I mean, I don't think we've had a lot of games that go to 5 sets, but like whenever we do, like I remember one year Kegel said something about like the other team wasn't out running a mile and a half in the heat, and like we were, so like we are prepared for this, and I just like that's always stuck with me just because like knowing that we've like put so much work into it for preseason, just like build up to those long games.
Coach, can you tell us a little bit about that conditioning they're talking about? A little bit more specifics about what they actually have to go run?
So they, before basically season starts, they're hopefully out there running, and every weekend I send out the next week's kind of workout plan for those that need a little extra motivation or help with staying on track. But yeah, part of their team expectations before they get their uniform is to do a time 1.5 miles. And so that's the run that they're talking about. And so I think when they come in as a freshman, it's obviously a little more stressful because they haven't had to do that before. And then once you're in the program and you kind of understand how to prep and prepare for that, hopefully it's a little bit easier going into it. But yeah, I just think sometimes sports in general is also a mental game. And so when you're out in 100-degree heat running that 1.5 miles, it's not a matter of whether they can do it or not. It's mentally telling yourself, hey, I've got this. I can push through. I might be uncomfortable, but we can do it. We get in those long sets, and sometimes you're uncomfortable, and there's those feelings of giving up, but knowing that you can do hard things and push through makes you feel better in the end. So when they cross that finish line, when I'm out there timing them, I know they're all they know that they can do the hard things and that they can push through until the end.
Right. That 1.5 miles never got easier for me, but you are right that the ability to just finish is so big, right? It's the ability to know that you might not have like a 12-minute 1.5 miles or something crazy, but you got through the worst, you made it through to the end. That does do wonders for the mental. So I agree with that. My expansive knowledge of coaching, I agree with that. No. I'm happy to hear that because I draw parallels back to my college workouts I did for baseball. We would do the same thing, run 1.5 miles in the park. It was rough, but when you got through it, it did do a lot to build the relationship as teammates. So you guys having played together for so long, and a couple seniors here, upperclassmen, what can you say about the relationship you all have built together going through these past couple of years?
I mean, I feel like me and Maya have known each other since 8th grade. Like, we just, like, we've all, and, like, we do a lot of team bonding. Like, we know each other, and I feel like that really helps on the court, like, knowing each other and just, like, being comfortable. Being comfortable with each other is a very important thing in volleyball, I feel like, because if you mess up, you know you have your friends to lean on, and, like, they're not judging you and everything, so.
Yeah, I agree. I would say, like, since I haven't been to Bethany, like, all my life, like, I came my sophomore year and just, like, obviously being nervous, not knowing anybody, but, like, having these girls that, like, are just so outgoing and they can make you feel at home is like super important. I feel like on and off the court, and I feel like that's what makes us work so well together. It's just because no matter what, like we know we have each other's backs. So.
Yeah, what Chloe said, we're like we do a lot of team bonding and like we know each other very well, like outside of the court, and so I think that definitely helps. Just like knowing how to like pick each other up when we're feeling down, like that kind of thing during a game. Like it helps a lot knowing that like you have like a bunch of sisters next to you on the court.
That's it.
And like the Verdigris tournament we just went to, we all stay in hotel rooms together, and we all go to dinner together. And so like even like I'm really close with Emma, and we aren't in the same grade together. So like even getting close with the people in the grades like below you or above you is nice because it just helps you all work better together.
And it helps that all the girls are just like super nice, and they're just welcoming to everybody, like the underclassmen, just even like including them in things, and it's really nice. So,
That's awesome that you got to stay in a hotel to go to that tournament. That's always the best part of those trips, honestly. Yeah, softball would do the same thing. They had events they go to. They'd all hang out together outside of the field, outside of practice. I think it speaks a lot to Bethany's culture, is what I'm learning about you guys. This is my first year being able to cover you guys, but it's very clear what the culture is at Bethany, how much of a foundation is built on trust and friendship like that. It really makes that big a difference, right? Having that trust especially when you're on the floor. It's like some things go unsaid, and you just know what's happening. No, especially in volleyball, being so quick, y'all have got to know. Y'all have got to be on it. I respect y'all so much for what y'all do on the floor. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Well, I think I've got just one last question here for you. Okay, let's see here. The environment at Verdigris. You spoke a little bit about the home opener and how we're excited for that playing at home. What was the environment like at that tournament? Did they have a loud crowd? Was it tough to play in that environment?
I feel like a lot of our parents showed out to support us, so we had a big group of supporters. And like me personally, I don't recognize the difference between the noise. I just hear the noise when I'm playing. I like playing when it's louder. It helps it not feel as like focused on you. But I think we feed off the energy, no matter if it's really coming from our people or not. But
I agree. Also, it being so far, like we didn't have a lot of our people there other than our parents, but Verdigris had some kids show up, but there wasn't very many. Honestly, I feel like I tune out the noise when I play, so it's kind of like I'm just like playing, but it is definitely hard when there's two courts going at the same time and there's a lot of whistles and everything. It definitely throws people off, but yeah.
I heard a couple of whispers, the whistles. Yeah, I can imagine that. But I'm sure it was a great experience. You sound like you had a lot of fun. So. All right, before we go to break here, any closing remarks about maybe the tournament that started this year? No? All right. Well, we're going to send it to break. Looks like y'all smoothies are getting finished, so I'm going to do our ad read, and y'all can go on. So. All right, to everybody watching, you're watching the Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches and Players Show. We'll go ahead and turn all our mics down just to be sure. Okay. Yes. High School Volleyball Coaches and Players Show. Big thank you to everybody that is tuning in, whether you're online on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk or on the Facebook Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We are live at Smoothie King down at 5921 Southwest 3rd Street. They're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. Of course, they're open on the weekend, so the hours will change a little bit. Fresh Clips is right next door. They actually hooked us up with a life-saving set of chairs. We needed some extra chairs for this coaches' shows, and they made it happen. So big thank you to Fresh Clips next door. Zaxby's, of course, catering the food. Zaxby's has done this before. Ever since we've started working with them, they've been amazing hosting coaches' shows. We did one for football and supplying these food. Zaxby's is up on the expressway. It is 5859 Northwest Expressway. You can go to the website or use the app to go order your food. And, of course, Late Night Zax keeps the drive-thru open until 10 p.m. We've come up on our next commercial break. We are halfway through the Bethany High School Coaches and Players Show. We are with volleyball today, ladies and gentlemen.
falling out. I don't know what's wrong.
There's
with
nothing
it.
wrong with doing black on black.
Yeah. But I really don't want to orthodontist to fix it. Yeah. So I'm just
Ready?
pretending like it isn't annoying.
I'll give y'all a second. No, y'all are fine. I got to do our intro, so y'all get.
It's fine. We're just watching it.
And we welcome you back to the Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches and Players Show, hosted live at Smoothie Kings, 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, here in Oklahoma City. Whether you're tuning in on the Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk, or you're online on the gospelstation.com scroll Sports and Talk, we want to thank you for tuning in. We've got a great turnout coming so far, and it's been a great show with everybody here. We are halfway done now, so we've got another half hour coming right at you, 2 more segments. Big thank you to Smoothie for hosting, being the venue. They've been great. Big thank you to Fresh Flips Next Door for supplying some last-minute chairs. And, of course, thank you to Zaxby's for bringing out the food. All right, ladies. Last thing we're going to mention about the tournament. Tournament MVP, all-tournament team, congratulations. That's a pretty big deal. How does it feel earning those honors?
It feels good. It feels good knowing that other coaches see the work that you're putting in, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I piggyback off Maya, just like knowing that, like, yes, we're working hard as a team, but like other people are recognizing it too. It just definitely feels good.
Nice. Well, I'm glad y'all are getting that recognition. There we go. I'm a professional if you can't tell. No, and you two immediately in that response just gave the glory back up to the teammates. It was like almost instinctual. I don't think you thought about it at all. Said, yeah, we appreciate it, but we wouldn't be here without the team. So I think that speaks to the foundation, Coach Cagle. It seems you've got a great group.
They are. They're awesome.
All right, and to Coach, you've done this for so long. What is it about this group that has made it so special?
Oh man, put me on the spot here.
I'm sorry.
Trying to think of just a couple seconds worth of things.
Now,
Well,
think about
I mean,
multiple seconds worth of
so obviously I've had a lot of incredible girls come through the program, and each year, I mean, when I looked, like when we won the state championship last year, like I can remember highlights from every single year leading up to that state championship, and just different just memories and moments that stood out to me. And so I think it's just hard to pinpoint just one single group. Obviously they're special because they're the group that actually won the state championship for our program, but it's been just this gradual increase every year. Like the talent just would get better each year. The girls' camaraderie together would just get better each year. But I just remember that week after the state championship, and then even the day of, just getting all of these messages, text messages, phone calls, emails, social media posts from players from like the past 20 years that was just congratulating the team, and hey, you finally did it, the team finally did it. And just I look back and I'm just like, they all had a little part in this goal that we were able to accomplish. And I remember those first couple years was just, I mean, they were rough. I mean, it really was. It was rough and even embarrassing at times, to be honest with you. But each year the girls would come back and they would work harder, and then the next year they would just keep working harder and harder. And so they built that expectation and of just what it was going to take, and then to be able to finally put it all together and actually make it happen. Obviously this group is special from that standpoint, but I do think all of the girls that I've had the privilege of coaching for 20 years had still a special part in that. And even I've got coaches now that are my assistant coaches, and some of the girls that have graduated in the past couple years that I had their siblings, and they were able to like be a part of some of those beginning days. And so I don't know, it's just all, I mean, me being able to have the privilege that I have and this opportunity that I have, I think it's just all special. And just for it to all come together at the right time and the right place, I don't think it was a coincidence, and it was cool that these girls got to all experience that together.
Yeah, you said so many great things right there in that answer. I'm so happy for that. The players that came before, they leave a legacy, right? As big or as small, they all leave a piece of their time here in the group going forward. So now some of you are seniors. Do you have a legacy you're thinking about, something you want to leave behind for the people coming up after you? It's a big question,
That's a
so
good
take your time.
That's a good question.
I just feel like our team is like unique in a way of like working together. Like no matter what we finish, like that's something we're really good at. Like even if we struggle, like the first set, like we're gonna finish the second set, the third set. Like I feel like one of our legacies is like us having fun together and like enjoying each other's presence, just playing volleyball. And like obviously we take it very seriously, but at the same time we enjoy it. And like I feel like the younger classmates need to realize like it's kind of all mental. Like you just need to have fun with it, just enjoy the people around you and everything. And I feel like that's just kind of how our team is in that way.
That's a great answer. Great answer. Yeah. You got it figured out. All of you seem to have it figured out in some way. Just keeping volleyball where it is. It's what you do. You care about it. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to have fun with it, right?
Well, and I will say this is probably, Chloe did say a unique group where they're probably some of the most like carefree overall, just kind of as a whole players that I've had before, and but at the end of the night, they do. Sometimes it drives me crazy. And we're like, I need y'all to take it a little bit more seriously. Please focus in. But they do have fun and they enjoy each other. And when it's all said and done, they have figured out how to score those points and obviously produce wins. But it is special and unique to where basically everyone does get along and there's not a lot of drama and they're friends off and on the court.
Perfect. Happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Coach, let's actually stick with you for a second because you mentioned your assistant coaches, Osley and Stout.
Yeah.
The article that was put out last year after that state championship pointed to your core of coaches as being such a big part in it.
Yeah.
What is it about this group you have on the coaching side that has worked so well?
So Coach Stout and Coach Osley were both former athletes of mine. And so kind of the story, I think, behind the article that you're talking about is, so in 2012, that was the first time we ever made it to the state tournament. And it was one of those things where we were just excited to be there. We were coming in as the lowest seed, and so we were playing the number one seed that very first game. And so we kind of knew, I mean, obviously we had these high expectations of winning, but we also knew the reality of it, and so we were just excited to be there. And so we were playing Elgin that year, and she was the starting libero on that 2012 team. So the very first time we made it to the state tournament, she was playing on that team. That year was the last year that a public school had won the state tournament. So from 2012 up until this past year, there has not been a public school to win it. And so she kind of like made that full circle, being a player the first time that we ever made it, and then coming back and now being on staff and getting to be a part of us actually winning that state championship as a public school, I think was really special also. As a coach, being able to have a player and now a colleague of mine, and then for her also as an individual, getting to participate in a state tournament as a player and then also as a coach. So
That's great. I'm so happy for it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And players, this question extends to you. Tell us a little bit about your interactions with the assistant coaches and all they've done for the team.
They are the best. I think they're so much fun. They bring so much joy, and just like their character individually just like brings everything together, and we can like laugh together but also be serious when it counts. So I think just overall it's great.
I think they're definitely good coaches. They're pretty reliable. Like whenever if you're struggling, you need help. Like it's just like comforting to know that you can look at them for advice. And they add to the fun that we like to have. So it's definitely nice.
I'm sure there are a couple stories you don't want to share, so.
No. But I do think that they really are a big and important part of our team, and they help a lot. which is really nice. And but the important thing is I think that we have fun with them too, and so it just brings us together more and builds that relationship with each other.
Well, before we send it to our next break, the next question I want to ask kind of comes back to those practices and the actual technical part of playing volleyball. What does a practice look like for you guys? Are there specific skills, or is it game sense? What are we working on day to day in?
Today we worked on like blocking and like how our defense is set up. So it kind of just depends. Like we'll kind of go off of like what we struggled with in like previous games and everything, which I think is nice. So like we kind of get that reassurance of like, oh, this is how we're supposed to be and like what the defense looks like and everything. And then obviously sometimes we scrimmage and play games and all that. So
Do you do any sort of king of the hill, queen of the hill, I think is what softball called it, where you...
Queens.
That's right, that's what it is. I knew I remembered something. Yeah, I remember the last time we were doing this at Media Day, a lot of y'all came by and said you love playing Queens. No, it's the game, keeping it fun, right? Part of keeping it fun but improving all the same. All right, well, we've got one more segment after this, another short break, and then our last 15 minutes. Then we'll be good for the night, and y'all can get home. So, hey, we are live at Smoothie King at 5921 Southwest 3rd Street here in Oklahoma City. They're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. The food is brought out by Zaxby's. Zaxby's has late night Zax. They keep the drive-thru open until 10 p.m. Use their app, go online, place your order. And Fresh Clips right next door to Smoothie King. Stop by there, get a great deal on a haircut. They supplied those emergency chairs. Might have literally saved the night. So big thanks to Fresh Clips. We're going to send it to our last commercial break of the show. You're listening or watching the Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches and Players Show on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk.
It might have been before we turned on the keep and shot.
Okay, we are getting ready for the final segment right here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We are live with the Bethany High School Volleyball Coaches Show. So, volleyball, thank you all for coming out again. I'll say it one more time before we go, probably. So, hope you haven't got tired of hearing it yet. So, if you can't hear it in the background right now, we're at Smoothie King down on 5921 Southwest 3rd Street. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Big thank you to Fresh Clips next door. They supplied the chairs. And Zaxby's for the food up on the expressway. Always got to give it up to our sponsors one more time. And everybody that helps make what we do on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk possible. We thank every single one of them. Final segment. All right, we're going to have some fun. Okay, well, relax. I'm not coming at you with like really difficult questions or anything. We're just going to be chill and take it to the end. All right, the last thing I want to ask, we talked a little bit about the Tuttle game coming up. We've got some other tough matchups coming. I'm looking at the schedule ahead. Mount St. Mary's in September. The Bethany tournament is September 13th. I know a lot of y'all look forward to the Bethany tournament. Do you have any thoughts about hosting that, or are you expecting tough competition coming to you guys now that you have that, as you said, the target on your back a little bit?
So coming to that tournament, I don't even know if the girls know who all is coming to that tournament. We try to, just because we keep like a pretty heavy load of private schools in our season schedule, we try to, on some of these tournaments we go to, play some of the surrounding public schools also, because we know that they're a part of our community, and when it comes to ranking, we need to mix it up a little bit. So coming to our Bethany tournament is Weatherford, who we've already seen this season, but we know still that that'll be a competitive game. We've got PCO and PC North, who are basically neighbors for us, and then we've got I just went blank off the top of my head. Harding Charter Prep is coming. So we only have 5 teams. We're going to do a round robin format that day, actually. So
some teams you played in the past season. I think you played a lot of them last year as well.
Yes.
So yeah, look forward to those to everybody watching, because those will be great games for sure. Okay, the next thing I want to ask. Did you guys, after that weekend, get to come back and attend that Friday Night Lights thing that they went up to football? Do you get to do a lot of school events like that, or a lot of students that come out and support volleyball?
No, not usually. When we go to Vertigus, we don't get to go to Friday Night Lights just because we're gone that weekend.
Too far away.
Yeah, but I know during state we were able to come back and come for a couple of those like really important football games, which was fun because we got to play and then come back, and it was really busy at that time, so that was really fun. But yeah, we can try our best, but we're just busy, so.
I don't think I've ever been to Friday Night Lights. Every single year I've been at Vertigus. But I think that's the only football thing that we miss for volleyball. Other than that, I know like me probably went to every single football game. I think it's like big one last year. So like we basically just go to everything like volleyball.
I will say that when we are not playing, the team does a great job of going and supporting their other classmates in the other sports. And so I know that sometimes they wish some of our events would get done earlier so we are able to come back and forth. But I know whether it's basketball, football, softball, soccer, track, they do, when they are able to, they do a great job of going and supporting the other athletes. And I think they're appreciative when they come and support us, and we have a good student section. They know that they need to reciprocate and do the same thing for the other athletes, and they're involved in all the things. And so I know that when I go to the events with my family, I definitely always see my volleyball girls there cheering and supporting also. So
you get what you give, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking to those other activities, tell us a little bit about the FCA, because I'd like to touch on that a little bit.
So I've been involved in SC leadership since my freshman year, and we're very heavy on just like getting people to show up, getting like community in. We're actually redoing a few things this year to make it more student-based, make some more connections within the school, just with like some new things that we're going to be doing. But I really enjoy it. I think other athletes enjoy the show up. We typically have a pretty good amount, and doing like Fields of Faith events where we combine with other schools. We've done one at Piedmont, and then I think we've done a few at Bethany as well. Those are fun just to connect with other schools' athletes, and just like in your faith and get to talk about things that affect in sports as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's such a cool thing you get to do and be a part of the leadership aspect as well. I'm sure that's a lot of work though, outside of it. Like, especially getting to collaborate with other schools. That's pretty cool, and it really does make it feel like a community. So I like that part. The next thing, let's ask the victory march last year. That was something that happened after the tournament. I got to know what that was like. For the people that were in it, I've got to know what this victory march thing is.
The parade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, parade, march, whatever they called it.
I thought it was pretty fun. I think me, Maya, and like Gracie held the big like 4A state championship sign. So it was just pretty fun just to get recognized and like show all our hard work and everything. So
The little elementary kids are the best when it comes to walking in those parades and them cheering at you and screaming, and they make their little signs in class that they're holding up. And then I actually I have a huge collection in my classroom of a bunch of the little signs and banners that they handmade and gave to me. So that's really sweet.
And I remember being like in like early childhood, early elementary, and like making those and getting to stand out there for other sports or like other activities, and going back and like getting to be the people walking in it is super cool just to like see and be like, I remember being that little and just like cheering for like the big kids.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I definitely think it was fun just because like our state championship final and everything was in Tulsa, so we didn't get to have like as many fans come out and support us. But getting to come home and like see like the whole city like or like community Bethany and everything come out and like support us and everything was definitely a cool feeling.
No. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yep, me too.
That's cool. That's so cool. Last thing, let's go. We'll go rapid fire after this. Not much, just a couple of questions. But so you guys have gotten the chance to be the state champions, gotten all of that. You've gotten that. But would you say just the time you spent together on and off the court has been what's really made you the biggest winners going through these last couple of years of high school?
yeah, I completely agree with that. I feel like the friendships we've made have like totally made it all worth it, like all the hard times and everything. So yeah.
I think winning state wouldn't have meant as much to each one of us if we wouldn't have had the bond that we do as teammates and like friends. And so I think it was just like special winning with like as a team, and like I mean obviously you do want to be recognized as a player, but more like it just feels better to know that like you did it as a team and like did it with all of like your best friends.
You've got a great group here, Coach. You've raised them well. You coached them well. All right, rapid fire to end things out. We got like 4 minutes left. Hardest sport on the floor. All right, hardest position on the floor. That's what I'm trying to ask. What's the most difficult to play?
Libero, because you have like almost 40 miles an hour flying at you in every direction.
Yeah, I would say middle. It's a very like physical because you're blocking, transitioning. Like you have to be like everywhere at once. So I would say middle physically.
Yeah, I agree. Middle or libero, definitely. Middle is a lot of work. Same with libero.
Anything back row, having to like throw yourself on the floor. Our girls that do that, they're amazing because I cannot.
I think the setter, because I don't know how some people shank the passes and then they have to go get it, and then their sets have to be good, or else they're.
Am I sensing that there's an example in mind?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that's a pretty hard job. So.
Right. Hypothetically, if someone changed it, right? Not that happens. Okay. Best smoothie flavor that you guys got?
Strawberry kiwi.
Mango.
No. Strawberry kiwi.
Oh, peanut butter chocolate.
I like the pineapple one. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I almost got the same thing.
Nice. Right. Most important game, most fun game you guys are looking forward to this upcoming season?
OCS.
OCS.
We're pretty even in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
CCS Mount, all those big competitions.
Coach, any really difficult drills you're planning to put them through this week?
Oh man, I mean, we might. There's a drill. I don't even remember what I called it, but basically, I toss 10 balls all over the place, and they have to dive and chase them down and get a hand on it. I mean, it basically almost kills them. So I think maybe, I don't know, Friday. That might be a good way to like end the week on Friday. I'm glad that you asked.
Of course,
That's a
Coach,
good
of
reminder
course.
of what we should do on Friday.
That's what I'm here for. I was a coach. I'm a coach's kid. I understand. All right, we're taking right to the end of our show. Y'all have been great guests. Thank you one more time for coming on. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. 'Cause I
Yes.
really enjoyed doing it.
Thank you.
All right, y'all enjoy the rest of those smoothies. Take whatever you want from the Zaxby's. It is all yours. So, all right,
Thank you.
and happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have been great. And one last big thank you to all our sponsors and venues making this happen. Smoothie King at 5921 Southwest 3rd Street. Zaxby's, big thank you for the food. Fresh Clips next door, thank you to them as well. And to all of you guys watching or listening online, we couldn't do what we do without you. The people tuning in make it all worth it. Family, fans, friends, and everything in between. We hope you enjoyed this show. I know I enjoyed it a lot. And we will see you in the future. I think we've got another football coaches show coming up next week, so tune into that one. But again, the Tuttle game tomorrow starts at 6 p.m. Be there, be square. We'll be broadcasting it right here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. And that is where you're listening to one more time on the Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk, and online, thegospelstation.com. Scroll Sports and Talk, find it on Live 365. But that'll do it for us. Luke Young and Bethany High School Volleyball signing off. Have a great rest of your night.